ready to go. Game 4 of this 4-game set, and we are underway with a first pitch foul ball out of play. 5. Hits that ball pretty well down the line and left. Long run for Cam Smith, and this one starts with a home run. Miguel Andujar, in his first game ever as a leadoff hitter in his career, hits a leadoff home run. Marcotte pushing all the right buttons in this series. That is now 18 consecutive games where the Astros have allowed the first run. There's only been 3 streaks longer, only 1 longer in the expansion era, and that was the 87 Orioles, who had 19 straight, giving up the first run. Home runs against the A's the last time he faced them. As he gets Butler to wave at the 1-2 pitch, Lawrence goes down on strikes for the first out.
Matches from Supermo is going to show you the connection on a pitch that was up out of the zone, just kind of tomahawked the other way. The only question was it going to slice foul, but it was hit pretty true by Andujar.
Skied in the air, playable. Cam Smith barely has to move. In fact, he stayed in his tracks the whole time and puts it away on the 3-2 flyout for Brent Rooker.
Into this series against the Astros, he's been swinging the bat well. He's got 3 consecutive games with home runs.
That's a 3rd in a row. Langoliers back on the home run trail. He is, as Blummer said, homered in all 3 games the last 3. And just like that, the A's have a multi-home run game against Gordon. He had not allowed a multi-home run game against anybody else since he last faced the A's on June the 19th.
Center cut fastball in that 3-0 count, and the way that Langoliers has been swinging, of course he's going to get the green light. Didn't miss that one. 378-foot towering shot above the crop.
A 3rd straight game with a home run. Gordon ends the inning with a strikeout, 2nd strikeout of the inning, but 2 home runs allowed in the first. In that 4 slot, John Singleton gets a DH today and hitting 5th. Cam Smith slots down to number 6 today. Cooper Hummel again picks up a strikeout of the first batter he faces, getting Trammell here to start the inning. Jose Altuve will pop the first pitch he sees up in foul territory, and Gio Urshela puts it away. Urshela getting a rare start at first. Hit towards the middle, and the shortstop Schumann moves to his left nicely to make the play for the final out. Hall for relievers to earn their due. Swing and a miss. Colton Gordon has 3 strikeouts of his 4 outs, getting Gio Urshela here to start the 2nd inning. 3-2 the count to Colby Thomas. And he goes down on strikes. So Colton Gordon piling up the strikeouts today. He's got 4 already of his first 5 outs. Let's talk about Josh Miller, pitching coach. We don't often talk about Bill Murphy, pitching coach, but we're going to hear from Murph next inning, and he'll be coming on after Colton Gordon just struck out the side, getting Schumann to end the inning. Sir won't let you do an interview.
No, he won't.
This is normal bullpen action right here.
Would he rather you talk about Hector Neris instead of Brian Abreu? Is that what he wants?
We got a hit, though. But regarding Brian and the job that he's done, it's been amazing.
Are we able to translate that on TV?
It just basically means that if you and let them do their thing. Some guys will want water, some guys won't. It's all dependent on the person. If it's really hot out, maybe you have towels ready. But you know, our guys have been there before.
Let's take another look at this, Blummer.
Fastball tailing up and in. That's that 2-seam action. That actually hits in between the elbow pad and the wrist pad that he has on, catching that forearm.
Ground ball to second. They're going to go to short for 1, and Cooper Hummel out at first for a double play. Murph, we can't thank you enough.
Wow.
Right?
No, it's been fun.
This ball on the left coming on Cooper Hummel, and he'll get there for the out. Arias flies out to left for the first out.
Can I go running around the bases? I'm feeling pretty good about myself, taking the great Billy Wagner out as Andujar pops it up to the shortstop, Zach Short, for the 2nd out of this inning. And Loretta and Hunter Pence because Mark Loretta was blocking the plate and Hunter took him out to score the run.
Hey, we should ignore Colton Gordon more often. He just had one of his best innings. It's now 7 straight sent down by the lefty. Dubon is one of 4 Astros that face Ginn in Sacramento. Line to left and a good running catch by Brent Rooker. Dubon hit it well, but Rooker snagged it on that game. Now 4-game set. On the ground towards the hole, backhanded by Schumann. Long throw, and that's a good one. It gets picked by Gio Urshela at first. Right there with the fastball, Trammell goes down looking. Both strikeouts for Ginn have been against the Astros leadoff hitter. We head to the 4th. Little looper into right, and there will be a base runner as Brent Rooker just fights it off into right field for a looping single to start the 4th inning. Getting a 3-0 count. This is the 23rd time he's gotten to 3-0 and never took a swing at the previous 22 until that home run. He goes down looking here. Into center, dropping quickly. That'll be a base hit. Austin wins. Both hits not hit very hard by the A's this inning, but hits nonetheless. First and second now with 1 out. This is his 2nd highest total, done one other time. That one gets away on a pitch down. Both runners advance. Urshela offered at the pitch, so the count's 0-2. Instead, it's a fly ball to left. Cooper Hummel not moving very far. Now coming in, tagging at third is Rooker. Here comes the throw by Hummel, and Rooker will score to make it 3-0 A's. Gio Urshela, a sacrifice fly, driving in his 17th run of the year. Into center. Trammell coming in, still coming, and he won't be able to make the play. And Colby Thomas does have his first Major League RBI. A little flare that falls in, kind of following in the theme of this inning. All the hits for the A's have not been well struck. Little punch shot, and Walker's able to go back and make the play. So not a lot of hard contact, but 3 hits and 2 runs, and the A's have doubled their lead. It made it 2-1. And eventually lost that game 5-1 as Altuve goes down on strikes. Ginn picks up his 3rd strikeout. May 21st series against Tampa Bay until that Cleveland series in July without losing a series. 18-5 by the Rangers in that series, and now 29-6 in the A's favor here in Houston. Caught in left field by Brent Rooker. Christian Walker down. That's 7 in a row sent down by JT Ginn. Here as he approaches the 90-pitch plateau. Into left, falling quickly, and a diving catch by Cooper Hummel. Play of the day for the Astros. Hummel coming straight in and making that diving play for the first out. First time up. Chops one, past Gordon. Dubon will glove and throw. Not quite in time, and Duhar just able to beat it out. On a little chopping infield hit. Another hit with Butler hit that big 3-run home run last night. This one gets away from Caratini, and that one's, I don't know if they called it a strike or a ball, but that one's probably going to be a pass ball because it was close enough to be a strike. Slowly hit, gives time for Zach Short to get across. He makes the play on Butler, and Duhar moves to third with 2 outs. Counts on the season. One into center. Backing up is Taylor Trammell. Puts it away for the final out. There's base hit number 2 for Houston on the day. And John has his first hit at the big league level of 2025. He's the leadoff base runner in the 5th. Off the end of his bat, and that's going to be a fair ball. Singleton advances to second. Urshela makes the tag on Cam Smith for the first out of the inning. On the ground to first, played there by Urshela. Singleton moves to third with 2 outs. On the ground on 2 hops to third, and Duhar's throw gets Dubon for the final out of the inning against Colton Gordon in the first inning. This ball skied in the air to left, playable for Cooper Hummel. And there's one away.
Most of the time.
How about that? 3-pitch strikeout, getting the sweeper for Austin Wynns to wave at that pitch. 2 outs. On the ground to short, Zach will charge and make a sidearm throw on the money. Good inning for Contreras in his first inning back for the Astros. Get any favors there. That's popped into shallow right, coming on Thomas, going out Arias. It's Thomas, the outfielder, who makes the call for the first out. Julia. That's past the shortstop. Schumann into left center field. Tramel's going to have the first extra base hit for the Astros. He'll get into second base with a double with 1 out. Into right center field. Cutting across is Butler. He makes a diving attempt and he makes a great catch. Tramel went back to tag. He's going to get to third. What a catch by Lawrence Butler, preserving the shutout for the A's. 26-year-old from Mississippi, J.T. Ginn, just completed his best start of his career. 6 innings of shutout baseball for the first time. Foul tip. Contreras stays hot for batters base, 4 batters retired, including a second strikeout. Broken bat. Wow. Went down and snagged it cleanly. Luis Contreras, everything going his way today. 5 up, 5 down.
Good play.
Through over 50 pitches 2 days ago. This one grounded to third. Dubon's right there. That is 6 in a row sent down by Contreras, and he gets through the 7th inning. Schumann throws high, and Christian Walker, for the time he hit that ground ball, never. And hits this one off the mound. Schumann slips, and he won't get the play at second, does get the play at first. Singleton retired. Schumann with a couple of missed plays in this inning. Run here now for the last 3 weeks. Pops this one up. Shallow right. And it's called by the second baseman, Arias. Those are Shella, Arias in. That's up. Astros with 2 runners on here in the 7th inning. Sends this one to right. Cortez towards the line will make the running catch for the final out of the inning.
You know, so many people, myself included, you know, having him as a mentor meant that our careers were that much better for it. So, you know, he's just so gracious. He's such a generous guy. And, yeah, like I said, so much to, you know, to everybody that goes through that position, that faces those ups and downs and the grind that is closing in Major League Baseball. It's an honor for all of us, I think, to see Billy Wagner.
And you talked about him giving credit to other guys and being very humble about it. I wish we had more time to talk about it, but appreciate you coming on with us, Brad.
Towards the mound, past the mound, and on the run, Arias makes the play to get short for the first out.
At this level. And that's where some of that fatigue and frustration can set in a little bit for guys who aren't accustomed to doing it every day.
Taylor Trammell strikes out for the 3rd time today.
There's Spencer Arrighetti, who's just coming back from a fracture in the hands. Can he get back relatively soon as Altuve gets a base knock on that 2-strike count? But again, can you gamble on guys coming back?
At the big league level. This ball punch in the center. The Astros a couple of 2-out knocks. Well, just when we were talking about a team that looked a little fatigued, a couple of base hits in a row and one big swing from Christian Walker. Walker pops the first one high in the air into right field. Carlos Cortez comes in a few steps and puts it away for the final out of the inning. Langoliers puts this one in play, and Altuve makes the grab, but no chance to make the throw. Kept the ball in the infield. Langoliers has an infield hit. 15-home record. Into center. That'll be down for a hit. A's have their first 2 runners on. Both their catchers picking up base hits here in the 9th. Hoker gets Urshela. Strikeout for Okert, his first out of the inning on a K. That ball through into center field. Going back to the bag was Langolier, so he can't score. It'll be the third hit of the inning. This one from Carlos Cortez will load up the bases. But the home team just hasn't given them much to cheer about, unfortunately, in this 4-game series as the A's tack on 2 more with that bases loaded hit by Max Schumann. It's now a 6-0 game in the 9th. That's going to be down for a hit. That'll score another run. Here comes Tramel's throw. It's going to be wide. Walker will cut it off. That's an RBI single for Arias. Now a 7-0 game.
Home with some of these scores, so you can kind of pinpoint a couple of things to say this is what we need, or this would enhance it.
This one is at the wall. Fortunately, it's a few feet shy of going out.
Would this particular player help our offense score some more runs?
Been in the worst of it of anybody in the last 2 weeks. This ball punched to the left side. Short backs up on it, makes the throw, and that's in time to get Butler for the final out of the inning. Chaz gets into one towards left, and that ball is over the head of Brent Rooker and off the wall. McCormick into second base. He's got himself a double. Second time Cam has popped one up last 2 at bats. This one caught by the shortstop Schumann. There's one away. Into center field, sending Butler back a few steps. Tagging at second will be Chaz McCormick. He'll get over to third. That's the second out here in the 9th. 1-2 the count to Dubon. He's going to give the Astros a run today. Astros avoid their 5th shutout of the season. Chaz McCormick crosses the plate, and the fans that remain, many of them stand here as they finally have something to cheer about. That ball into center, and it's playable for Lawrence Butler, and that's going to complete a 4-game sweep. A's get a sweep here in Houston for the first time in a dozen years. Astros avoid the shutout. But a tough series here as the Astros are outscored 32-7 in this 4-game sweep. Post-game show will feature Julia Morales and Brian Bogusevic talking about this one. We'll hear from Joe Espada. We'll hear from Colton Gordon. We'll hear from others in the Astros clubhouse. Post-game show presented by Whataburger starts next.